I think we need to start teaching economics into school system now. With stories like poor people making less than $20,000 having less than $1,000 in their savings account is not good. I think the politicians need to really see the problem for themselves. And the thing is, we're not teaching economics into middle school or high school students. They're not learning that. They're learning the same crap that the politician kept in the system. We're learning in an enclosed system. We need to learn in an out uh, an, an outclosed system. I forget the terminology, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say. So let's say somebody makes $1 million, and yet a poor person get the same exact economic history lesson that the rich get. They can make somewhere between $250,000 for themselves. May not be close enough to the rich, but it's a decent start for better life. The thing is, we need to start teaching economics to these middle school and high school students. And the problem is, we're not doing that. And we're just letting the poor be poor. And the rich need to pay a hefty amount of tax. I propose that the rich pay, if they make, let's say if they make $100 million. Let's just say that for example. And they should pay pretty much $30 million out of that $100 million. That's a good chunk of tax, and that will think twice about leaving the poor. And let's say they're making $1 billion, not 1 billion. In my proposal, they should pay about $400 million out of that 1 billion. That's a large chunk of tax. That will help the poor. The rich don't care too much about the poor. How often do you hear the rich? And here's the thing: the rich are not even helping with the Puerto Rico relief at all. That's another thing the rich don't care about. How often do you see the rich even say, okay, we'll spend some of our money, get the city back up and running in less than a few months or a few weeks, which the rich can clearly do because they have the resources. And yet, they're not doing that. Because you know why? The rich don't want to be involved with that kind of crap. They don't need to deal with poor people. They don't care too much about poor people. And how often do you hear them donate to the poor? How often do you hear that? Because you know why you don't. You hear them only say, "Oh, we'll donate $1 million." And I'm like, $1 million? That's all you rich people can donate? 1 million. And yet they have so much money. They're taking all of our money. And yet we're taking little money. The rich need to stop doing this. Because the problem is the more, and here's another thing. What if the rich need somebody to do their business? They can't find those people because you know why? They drove them so damn poor that they don't want to work with them no more. If the rich have worked with the poor and give them the same equal opportunity they're getting, they wouldn't have a problem where the poor couldn't work with them. If they give them decent pay, they'll be willing to work with you. But when you're driving them so damn straight down to the poor level, they don't want to work. They want a job where they can actually work with somebody that they trust. The rich, how often do you see the poor trust the rich? Not too very often. The rich are not doing much to help them, help society. And at some point, let's say by 2025, that's a good example. Because at this point, jobs are going autonomous. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. The economy getting okay, but I don't think it's gonna be okay forever. I think we're gonna have another economic crash in the year 2022 because at this rate, the rich are just taking everything that we can't even get our hands on. If the poor was able to get the same opportunity, we wouldn't see too much crime. We wouldn't see so much negativity around our neighborhoods. The rich need to see that. And I think that we should do a TV show where they swap the 10% poor and the 10% rich. Two families go into two different houses and see how they live, see their budget, and then realize what they're doing is wrong. That's just my idea because I'm just watching a TV show about it on YouTube.